While a majority of the operations found a way to scrape by following the horrific storm, as national reporter Betsy Gibbons shows us, it hasn't been easy for everyone.
It's very disheartening, and it was a lot of stress, I guess. Not just financial stress, but I do care for my cattle, and I expect to take good care of them. And when there's loss like that, you kind of feel like it's your fault.
Last October, when a blizzard raged through the northern plains, Philip Cruz wasn't where he is now. The interior South Dakota rancher was miles from his livestock, trapped in Wyoming.
It was closed, but I went ahead and come anyway. I had to dodge some electric lines that were down. And we started seeing quite a few dead cattle on the way home and wondering what the situation was at home.
2 days later, and across hundreds of miles, Cruz was home. And at first it looked like his cattle might be okay.
I didn't think I lost very many because there was a lot of cattle on the place, and we got to looking and they weren't my cattle, they were neighbor cattle that had drifted in.
His cattle, over 60 of them expecting mama cows, traveled through this ravine, escaping wind and snow.
Probably 3 or 4 that were still alive when I got home in this valley, and so we tried to save them, and everyone we pulled down into the shed and worked with, they all died. There was no saving them.
As far as the rest of the herd, surprisingly, the ones that did survive did something he's never seen before.
My wife started screaming. I said, "What is wrong?"
Some cows made their way inside his home.
She found 6 cows inside the house. And of course we opened the door and let them out. They were kind of thirsty, but they were fine.
After some cleaning inside and out, half of his herd was hauled away.
They got 123 head and hauled them away.
Cruz knew he needed income fast.
I rebuilt right away. I didn't wait because I just took my own money out of savings and went, because I knew if I didn't get some pregnant cows that, I wouldn't have any calves in the spring.
But rebuilding has been anything but easy.
It's a hard time to buy. You want to be selling instead of buying. And you don't want to buy at the high and sell at the low. It don't work.
Despite the constant struggle to rebuild, he's received some help.
A neighbor gave me a heifer calf, and another neighbor gave me a young bull, and even some neighbors gave me some cash, and I was just amazed at the generosity in the community.
And months later, the federal farm bill kicked in. Whether it was the relief or his resilience, Cruz is continuing on, hoping his backyard in the Badlands never has to relive that October again. Near interior South Dakota, I'm Betsy Gibbons reporting for Ag Day.